welcome to another episode of Aberrant, Project Utopia. This podcast is rated MA for fantasy violence, language, and sexual situations. The recording for Aberrant will be in the raw, which means there will be little to no editing, some silent moments known as dead air, and I'm Kirk. I'm the game master for Aberrant First Edition.
I'm Seth. I'll be playing
Mary.
Big T.
Ha! You both fucked up. I'm Andrew. I'll be playing the role of Zeus, aka Connor Blood.
Go ahead, Mary.
I'm Mary. I'll be playing the role of Bethany King, or Firefly.
And I'm Seth Thomas. I'll be playing the role of Big T. He has no other name.
All right, and this is our first episode where we are video recording. So this is the first time you've probably seen us picture-wise if you're not at the game table with us. So we'll be trying to do this in the future. Aberrant's kind of our test ground for all this, and there will be a lot less editing in the other games once this starts up in general. So hopefully episodes will go out a little faster than a year or 6 months or whatever it's taken me. So, all right. The last time we left off, we were in a fight in the middle of downtown Las Vegas, and our group was battling the Terrigen, which had shown up to spoil the casino's grand opening week after our Zeus and Firefly had shown up, and Big T showed up to open it the couple days before, I think. So, and they've been helped out by some other some other Novas in the area have been sent in to, I guess, fortify any attacks that they're fending off or getting into. So we left off in the middle of the battle, and I think everybody was on the board except for Big T, because he was not at that session. So, and I unfortunately don't have any notes from who had what damage or what was going on. I have a few notes on Dog and Bear and what their powers were, and that's about it.
I haven't been done.
I know.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the first night of
Making
video casting with us.
And a sweet robot DJ.
Andrew has frozen on us, so we'll see if we can get him back.
It's a good picture of him looking left, though. It really is.
So this is my other fear of doing this, was the added video snafus. And we've experienced some of this with Seth before because he's in Ohio and we're all in St. Louis. And that's why we have him record on his end in case there's some sort of dropout where we're still getting, where he would be recording audio and we can edit together. So there he is.
There he is.
Use this again.
You trail
Yeah,
off
I
in
know-
some
I know why he
weird
dropped
robot
out.
voice.
Well, he said it was Margarita Thursday, and I think he dropped out just to take shots of tequila so we couldn't see.
Dude, I'm doing them on camera. What are you
I was
talking
gonna say, he's
about?
already sipped them on camera. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm
It's
talking
not-
about the
no,
shots he's doing.
No, I'm out of tequila. It's all in the margarita.
I
Anyways,
got a bottle of wine over here waiting for later.
yeah, I'm already in it. Yeah, I have no idea what happened because like literally I was like, oh yeah, and like I turned to get my notes so I could read off where my health was, and then like you all froze. I was like, oh no.
Was it us or was it?
No, it was me because I dropped and you all were still here.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that I definitely almost died already once. And then that's when we learned that Immolate stays on because it's not a
Yes.
concentration effect.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly healing I think I have regained consciousness, maybe stood up, and that's where we ended.
Okay.
As far as I remember.
Yeah,
I am
and I'm-
at
No, I was gonna say yeah, and I'm at half health at this point, and I'm ignoring all wound penalties all the way down. If I get hit again, I start actually taking wound penalties.
Okay.
right. I don't have any wound penalties. I am wounded, but wounded and injured are both bashing, so I should be healing those pretty quickly, I think.
Okay. You have regeneration on.
I have regeneration, yes.
Yeah, I think that's on constantly doing its thing because it's
Right,
not concentration.
which is why I was able to wake up again.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Getting hit. That's a lot. That's a lot to be almost dead.
Some people, yeah. Yeah, if they have body modification where they have extra health levels, yeah, it can be pretty crazy.
I have 3 bruised levels, so I've taken a lot of damage, but I'm still okay.
Yeah, I've taken. It always baffles me about how much health this character has. I've taken 5. It's all been lethal, but because of the mega stamina stuff that I have, it's just like, yeah, I'm fine until I take 6 points.
Okay, and so this is our first time. We were usually using pen and paper for our maps, so I'm going to pop this up for everyone to look at. Basically, we have an intersection, and the Z in the middle is Zeus. We have F, which is down to the kind of lower left-hand side is Firefly. We have Dog and Bear, D-O and B-A. I think
Sharing your screen, is that what's going on?
yeah, I'm showing everybody. So, but I also texted this to you, so you should be looking at this on your phone.
Oh, okay. Because I was like Seth, where I was waiting for something to pop up like in your.
Yeah.
So,
Could you do me a favor and re-text it to me? Because I want to see if I can pull it up on my iPad, because it's just a bigger screen.
let's see.
But my iPad happened to be dead at the time when you sent the text, so I don't think I got it.
Oh. Let me send it again. Okay. I just sent it to everybody again. So.
Okay.
And I think Dog and Bear were pretty. One had been held, I think, in some earth. No, it was a lightning storm, right?
Yeah. I think it was Dog. I had held in I had been actively holding
Right.
in a little lightning prison, and Bear and I were kind of trading blows, and we had Bear almost. It felt like we kind of had him on the ropes, and then we just got rammed.
Then their help showed up.
Yeah, and it got bad real fast for like 2 turns.
Yeah.
Or 2 rounds, I should say, and then our help showed up.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we also have.
Oh, that's right, because I had been encased in earth. I was the one. That's what crushed
You were
me
in-
down to unconsciousness.
Yes. Yeah.
And I had kind of immolated my way out of it, but then I had suffocated essentially.
Yeah. And about that
But then
time,
we figured out.
yeah, Megahertz showed up and zapped Zeus, and I think that's what knocked him down because it was all sonic damage.
Right.
And Ditto showed up on our side, as well as Copycat, and I have an MS. Who is that?
I have a request
Moon
since
Shadow?
I wasn't here last time.
Yes, Moonsable.
Could you put a circle around the bad guys and resend this picture? Because I have no idea who's good or bad right now.
All right.
And that is on me for missing last time.
Let's see. MS Moonsable.
D1 and D2, those are both good. Here I can list off the bad guys. BR, that's Bear. DA, that's Dog. They're both bad. I believe.
Megahertz is bad.
Yeah, who's
Oh, and there's
Copycat or
MH, MS. They're both bad. Who's?
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna need to run down again. I'm with him where I need a good guy, bad guy thing.
All right. Dog and Bear, Bronze Demon.
Bronze Demon. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the BR. Or no, that's the BD.
BD. Yeah.
He's a baddie. BD. No.
Oh, so if you
Another
if
bad
you
dad joke.
if you put me at the center of this, The circle immediately around me, that would be of names. Those would all be bad guys, and then the circle immediately outside of that, those would all be good guys.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're a good donut, and I'm the jelly filling.
So B, D, D, A, B, R, M, S, M, H are all bad guys.
Yeah, and just the B is Brett Weber. B, I think I have everybody out. I just didn't have them all listed in the key. Dante. I just have it written as Dante.
Yeah, in the key you only have 5 people listed. Oh, wait, nope. There was just more to slide over. So that's 7, but that's still not everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we figured it out.
Let's see if I've got some room here to do a picture again. All right, now. Because I'll also put this up for everybody else.
I have my sound turned off on my phone. That would be good, so I don't get a bunch of dings. Ding, ding. It is good.
All right. All right, and what I did is I put stars in front of the 4 bad guys.
All right.
Oh, let me see if I can send this.
Okay, that is yes. Thank you.
In the key. Okay, I was looking at the actual map.
There's no stars.
I was like, oh, did it just not come through? No, Zeth sees it. I must be wrong.
You say Zeph?
No, I said Seth.
Okay.
It sounded like Zeph, but I get it.
I can get him to believe me.
I've had many people over the years call me Zeph, even though I'm not talking. Well, never mind. It's a bad story. It's like a dad story. I'll just leave it.
That's funny.
Hey Zeph. Yeah. Oh, I like your halo eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Hey, all right.
All right, so let's get this image updated for everybody.
Yay.
Okay, so new image is up, and it's got everybody listed. And you can also see the squares a little better, so if you're going to be counting off 5 feet spaces, you can do that as well. But I think everybody's got a huge range, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, pretty much Zeus is in the middle. The bad guys kind of showed up around him because Firefly was immobilized. All right.
Keep it Firefly.
Except for I didn't put GP on there.
Yeah, it is. It's off making a corner with BR and... Oh, you mean on the...
Yeah. And that's Glenn Patel.
Key.
He's the Metacompelion absorption guy.
He's on our team, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The absorbing? Is he like the absorbing man?
He's kind of like Rogue.
He's brawny.
He's who?
That chair is really loud. That shuffle. All right.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'll try to mute before I shuffle again. No, I said he's brawny. He's the brawny man.
Oh, the brawny man.
Patel? Patel?
Is that like the absorbing man from the Marvel universe?
It's
Brawny paper towels.
Yeah.
He's absorbent. Yes.
Yeah. He's
I gotcha.
That's a -1 for me. Okay.
matter chameleon, energy absorption, and mega strength. So yeah, he's a big puncher.
So he is brawny.
Yep. All right. So I think we're going to have to do initiative again, just to get everyone up to par. So should be your initiative score plus 1 die.
Roller, am I coming in later?
Go ahead and roll it.
I have a 15 total.
Okay. Anyone beat that?
No.
No, I did not roll well.
Neither did I. I got a 7, which is literally the lowest I can roll.
Wow.
Oh, well, I can't roll that low, but I got a 12. Which is 2 above the lowest I can roll.
Okay. So that is Mary. And then Andrew. All right. So basically the other group showed up. I don't remember if they attacked or if they just showed up. So we'll be this as them arriving. Yeah, I do not remember if they attacked. I don't think they did. So we have who's going to go first? All right. Dante is attacking Dog. And again, this guy is shirtless, tight pants, and has like a gigantic dog-looking head on him. And so
Yeah.
Dante shows up. He basically shouts at him to sit. And whoa. It is a very resisted moment, and eventually Dog kind of takes a knee, but he's resisting, shaking his head. All right. And that's all he's doing. So that takes care of Dog that turn.
Dog and Bear, I don't know why, in my head, they just kind of remind me of Hazel and Cha-Cha from Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
I kind of love that image, but that's funny.
I can see that.
All right. PD.
Just an outside of game thing. I really like being able to see everybody because you all can see me like this all the time, but this is great.
All right. So Brett Weber runs down the street towards Bronze Demon, who has a gigantic sword, and they just start going claw to sword. All right. And it's
Demon
close as
who?
well. Brett.
Sorry, Bronze Demon. Who? Brett. Okay.
And Brett takes a little bit of damage, not a whole lot. All right. Glenn Patel. That is Bear. Glenn Patel looks like he is concrete. Yeah, he puts his hand down on the concrete on the ground and starts turning into that for that second. Bear. Sees this coming.
Oh, how sweet!
And it looks like he tries to engulf Glenn in the ground as it rises up when he puts his hand down, but they sort of stalemate Neither of them does a good job of resisting or doing anything to it. All right, copycat. Copycat runs up and tries to grab Megahertz and doesn't quite get her hands on her. So they're kind of like doing this weird slap fight back and forth. Ditto, 1 and 2. 2 runs over to Firefly and starts helping her up, or kind of stands at her side.
Say I wouldn't touch me because I'm still on fire.
No.
Did I?
Boy, it's been a while since I looked at their powers, too. That's fucked up. Quantum imprint. I think that just lets her... Oh, where's it at?
Ooh, I actually wrote down how much quantum I had spent. Good.
Nice. She's the rogue. The rogue version.
Ah.
Sorry, the cat had pushed open the door, so I went and closed it and blocked it so there wouldn't be random meowing.
All right, so she runs up. Oh, that's not. So it's Ditto that runs up and what do I have 1 and 2? I have copycat backwards. D1 and D2 are, because I don't have copycat down.
You have copy on there.
But I don't have her on the actual thing.
She's up by MH.
Oh, yeah, fuck. So that's right. Ditto can clone. So she sends them off. And they have guns and swords. Moon Sable is scoring off with one of the copies. And Ditto.
Sable bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's off to the side. I wrote her in later. Sorry. Yep. So she gets a star. All right. So they're all tussling. Swords back and forth. Moon Sable has a big old sword. Ooh. Actually, Moon Sable cuts down one of Ditto's copies. All right. So we are to Seth. A blaze of blue and a flash of light, and you are right in the middle next to Zeus with a New York-style pizza in your hands. So we're just going to put...
I got this pizza here.
Big T.
What's going on?
All right. So it's up to you guys. You pop in.
Yes. No. Anybody? No. Nobody's there. Okay. Well then. DA is dog.
DG is dog. It's just a little bit to the north of his...
Yeah. So,
Oh, it looks like
I
an
thought that
A,
was an
but
A.
it's a G. That
From
makes
far away,
sense.
it's an A, but looking close in, it's a G, definitely. So I guess I'm just gonna turn around and zip over and try to punch his head off, like with super speed kind of thing.
Okay.
My Yep. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right. Just got to check and see. This is your mega dexterity, or this is...
So I have hyper movement at
That's what
4,
it is.
and I also have mega dex at 2.
Okay, I just want to make sure we can add stuff like that. That would be...
And I think with the hyper movement at 4, like, he wouldn't even see it coming. It would just happen.
Sonic booms, thunderclap.
Close combat.
Character moving full tilts can do nothing but hyperspeed or aerial slam while doing his difficulty. Okay. Doesn't say anything about adding it to your attack. So, check out Mega Dex. I think it just adds to dexterity rolls. And something like rapid strike or accuracy, that's ranged. Oh, that's both. Okay. So basically, you're just using your mega dexterity to augment your punches. And the speed and everything, you'd probably get one punch and then have to keep moving past. Because it looks like it's a straight line for hyper movement.
Okay.
Do you have rapid strike or anything like that?
No.
Okay. What did you take for your mega dexterity? Just enhanced movement?
Enhanced movement, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, go ahead and do your dexterity and melee.
Melee sounds good.
And you can use your...
Or martial arts?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 3, and then also my mega. Okay. Right. Wait, where's Dex? Lost it on the page.
It should be all with it at the box at the end of martial arts. It should have everything totaled for you.
There we go. +2 for the mega. Okay.
Difficulty is a 6 for that.
6. Okay. 1. I can't remember. Are 10s doubled?
If you have your dexterity above a 4,
I do.
what is that? That's specialties. Is this the one where they wrapped it all up in one? It seems like we
so
we
my
do this
dex,
over
We
and
have to
over
look
and
it up
over.
every time.
my specialty is fast.
Dice.
I just made sure
strings.
everything was speed.
Extended actions, automatic successes, teamwork, second chances. Yeah, we have to look this up like every time.
Well, the reason we have to look it up every time is because it's different
Yeah.
than werewolf.
Yep.
Like they're like one does one way, one
Yeah.
does the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Qualities. You may select the quality for each of your character's attributes rated 4 or higher. In game terms, this allows you to re-roll any 10s. You roll for actions when it comes to play. Any successes gained on the additional rolls are added to your total, including the original 10s. If you roll another 10, you re-roll and keep doing it.
So 10s reroll, they don't automatically explode.
Right.
Okay.
It's just the mega dexterity, attributes count as, what is it?
Counts as a reroll. Or an additional dice, I should say. An additional dice roll. And if you get it, great. If you get a 10, even better, you get to roll another one.
Okay, no, it's 7s and up on mega attributes are 2 successes, and 10s are 3 successes.
Okay. In this 7's the difficulty for everything, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
So it
6s to
should've been
hit.
7.
Yeah. Yeah.
6s to hit, 7s.
No, it's 7's no matter
It's
what.
7s to hit. Yeah.
7s to
And then
hit. Okay.
But if it's a mega attribute die, you get, and it's only the mega attribute die that you apply to the roll. 7s count as 2 successes,
Correct.
and 10s count as 3.
3. Yeah.
So they should be rolled separately, the mega
Correct.
attributes.
Yes. Or
Okay.
And when they
different dice
yeah,
or something.
when they did dice, they had 6 of them came in a pack that were one color, and then the other 4 were like bright yellow.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that in the future. Well, in that case, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to
Okay.
hit. 5 hits.
And he's not paying attention, so it goes through. So that would be your dexterity, and they don't even have it listed like a punch. Oh, there it is. Strike. Strength plus 2 is the damage for that.
Six.
Yeah.
And 6 or 7, sorry.
7 for everything.
7 for everything. All right, so just 1 damage then.
Oh, okay. Lethal? Or is it bashing? It's
Punch is, I guess, is bashing. Right?
Yeah. All right.
Boy, all that for just 1 bashing damage. Terrible.
Well, it's the way the game's set up, so there's not a lot of auto stuff like that unless you pay for the actual power.
I see.
Like punching and
It's
stuff.
a love tap to get his attention. You're a hero,
was.
so this
Like-
is your warning shot across his
Yo,
bow.
I just showed up.
Yep.
Here I am.
Yeah, you were trying to slow down, and he got in your way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All
Right.
right.
Except I slowed down and handed you the pizza before I did it.
Right. All right. Mary, you are up next.
Okay. First of all, I am instantly heal 1 point per health level healed. Maximum mega stamina. Okay, so I have first thing I'm automatically spending my mega stamina is 3. So I'm automatically spending 3 quantum to heal 3
Okay.
levels. Or whatever. I don't remember which way they go. I think that's right. And then and Bear is still in front of me.
Yes.
He and guy whose name isn't on the page are at it, right?
Glenn Patel.
Glenn. Yes. Are they in real close combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're not. Glenn has been he's trying to encase him, and
Okay.
Glenn.
I didn't know if they were
Right, and Glenn
close
is
together while doing that.
absorbing the qualities of concrete.
Okay, so he was doing the same thing he did to me.
Correct.
To that guy.
Correct.
From across the way. Well, in that case, we're gonna throw a fireball at him.
Okay.
While he's distracted.
Okay.
Because I don't remember if this worked or not last time, so we're just gonna do it again and pretend that it's fine.
I thought he had some sort of shield, a little bit of a shield up. Elemental mastery.
Yeah, I
wise.
can't remember.
Well, shit.
I did not build my character to fight at all.
No, you did not.
He is just speed.
He's a runner. He doesn't have any experience points, so he's that's how most of the novels start out. They're just very one-trick ponies until they get more power or taint themselves out. And these bad guys are tainted out. They are showing weird signs of their powers. So yes, he does have a shield up, and I have his soak on here. That's why I want to make sure. So he's got that up.
Okay.
So he's got a 10 automatic soak from the shield, and then after that he's got his regular, right? Is that how we figured out? That was another thing I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, we figured because the automatic damage is soaked differently. Yep. We went over all of this and then forgot all of it.
It's only been a couple months.
Right?
I think it was a matter of the automatic damage gets soaked first. Then you start taking off dice, and no matter what, you always have at least, if you hit someone, you have one die.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I think that is correct. That sounds right. We'll go with that.
So he's got 10 bashing and lethal soak automatic, and then he's got 8 lethal and 16 bashing left over if there's anything left over. Right. I think he was pounding him a couple times, and he barely took.
Well, armor is just armor. It's flat.
That's the way the shield is. It's just a basic.
Yeah, it just stacks on top of your armor. So if he's got, so when you calculate it all up, now the difference is shield being an ability. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. He has to actually spend the quantum to turn it on.
Yeah.
And then I think he also has to spend quantum to maintain it.
Yep.
Versus invulnerability, that's always on.
Yeah, it provides.
But invulnerability is against a specific type of damage.
Right.
It's not against everything.
And this shield is 2 extra soak per dot that he has in the power. So that's where the 10 is coming from. So he has 18 lethal soak, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's just see how this goes, because it's been a while and it's easier that way. All right. So I still have to roll to hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That counts as 2. And you re-roll 10s that would only with is that only when the specialty would apply?
That's when your dexterity is above a 4 or more.
Which it is.
Yeah. So those get re-rolled until they stop rolling 10s, basically.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 successes to hit him.
Okay. He's not doing any dodge or anything. He's in a will contested with Patel.
Okay. So, my automatic damage is 6.
Okay. So it leaves 12.
Times 2. So, so that's automatically absorbed, right?
Right.
And then I said I got 6 successes to hit him. I would have 18 dice to roll.
Okay, so minus 12, and then you roll those leftover dice.
So I have 6 left. Okay. That's not so bad.
No, I think you did damage to him last time, even though he's pretty pumped up.
Yeah, and this is all lethal damage because it's just straight fire.
Yes.
2 successes.
Okay. All right.
We're learning again.
Yeah, that's how it works out. Andrew, Zeus.
Okay, so I'm looking at my notes. It says that I have dog imprisoned.
Okay.
And that I had the lethal on for that. So, or I had spent the extra so that it was lethal and that it was do damage to him.
Okay.
And I have that the might number, because it acts as a clinch.
Okay.
Is set to 12.
Is it a maintenance? Or was it concentration?
This is a maintenance.
Okay. And does that affect anything when you
I
get
have to
just keeps
after
going.
a certain number of rounds, I have to
Redo it.
spend, not completely redo it, literally just like spend
Okay.
yeah, I just spend like a quantum to keep it up. And I remember I did like the math on it, but it's like I think I've got like 7 rounds. Like I've got a really long time where this thing hangs out because of where my stuff is.
Okay.
And we're on round 4 is
Okay.
what I've got written down.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the numbers I've got written.
Okay.
And then so
Oh, I did write down 5th
I guess
round, so this is the 6th round.
yes.
Okay.
So on the next round, so on round 8, if I want to maintain it, I got to spend another quantum.
Okay.
But anyways, so it's going to do the clinch damage to him.
Okay.
How do we do that?
What is the clinch damage just in general for that?
I can't forget my book at home because I'm at home.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I've got to look up is just how you damage in a clinch, because it's like he can make a roll to get out of it, and that's where it does like the might roll.
Yeah, I thought he had tried that.
Oh yeah, it didn't work.
But I don't remember if your damage was getting through his stuff.
I think it wasn't. I think it was just holding him. Like he had just enough armor to overcome it, so to speak.
I think you were doing like 1 point of damage every turn, but I could be wrong.
Something like that. I think it was one of those where I was down to just the die.
Yeah.
And
239. Personal combat. Clinch. There it is. On a successful attack roll, the attacker goes into a clinch with the target. In the first turn, the attacker rolls a strength +2 damage effect. In each subsequent turn, combatants act on their orders and initiative. A combatant can inflict another strength +2 damage automatically or attempt to escape the clinch. Neither the attacker nor the defender may use any other standard combat maneuvers until the other combatant breaks free. However, the character with body-altering powers such as density, decrease, shape-shift, flexibility, immolate may attempt to use them normally. To make an escape attempt, it's resisted brawl or martial arts against the opponent. If the escaping opponent makes more successes, they break free. If not, they continue the grapple until the next turn. It's not too bad.
right, and so it's like because he rolls against the might of the to get out, and he just wasn't rolling enough.
Right.
But trying to figure out the damage for this, because there is no strength score for this. Would it just be my?
And this is under elemental mastery?
Yeah, imprison.
Yeah, I think that's your strength +2. It would be because it has the confining element has a might equal to twice the number of the successes rolled. The trap character may break free of it, just as if he would a clinch. So that's what the hold is. That's what he's got to break is your might. The might of the element times 2.
Oh, okay.
So the successes rolled times 2.
Yeah, that's for him to break out, but it's the damage portion, because it says because if you spend the extra point, which I did for this, it inflicts damage during my turn,
right,
as it would a clinch.
Dice pool. I think we're going to substitute the might for the strength. So it's your might equal to twice the number of successes rolled plus 2.
Okay, so 14.
Yeah, and if Nova spends an extra quantum point during the initial attack, it inflicts damage as it would a clinch. So yeah, 14, and he has, this is dog. He's got 18, so you're rolling your 1 die. That's what it was.
Okay, and that sounds right.
Yeah.
All right, so
You're whittling them down. It's taking a while.
Yep. I got an 8.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the automatic turn.
Okay.
Still with the automatic portions, I also do my regeneration.
Okay.
So spending another 2 quantum for that, which heals me 2
Okay.
hit points.
Oh, you have to listen to all this. I feel like my character's a bunk.
Well, to be fair, it's like I had spent 4 rounds setting a bunch of stuff up, and you just walked in.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I also only have one thing that I really do.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, so now I'm going to turn around and face Megahertz, because that's the person who hurt me from behind.
Yes.
I'm going to shoot a
Megahertz.
bitch.
Shoot a bitch.
All
I'm going to make it hurts, Megahertz.
And what is the penalty for firing into a group fighting?
It doesn't have one, at least that I could find. Though this is also like the first time we've come across it, so I haven't really looked it up.
Being a range combat, close combat, ranged.
I've only ever seen negatives for shooting into combat in like in D20 games. D10 games, it
Yeah.
just goes, oh, you got your 1 success, cool, you hit, move along.
Air explosion, blinded days, mobilized, knockback, simple. I thought they did had it was like an extra -1 or something like that. Mary, did it say something in your powers? You're firing into a group.
No, it just says it uses the. It can't normally use the standard ranged combat maneuvers.
Okay. And it doesn't have anything
No, it
under
doesn't really say anything.
area and explosions, blinded, dazed, immobilized, knocked back, and knocked down, unconscious. Okay. Yeah, I guess unless you botch, we're not going to worry about it.
Yeah, and then if I
That makes
botch,
sense.
then it's the, like, oh, who did you actually hit?
Right.
Wait, did you say
Yeah.
if? I mean, this guy.
Yeah, for you it's win, for me it's
Yes.
if.
Yeah.
That's how
Right, we're not all Seth.
all right.
All right, so this is a lightning bolt from heaven. Is that what you're commanding?
No, it's a
down?
lightning bolt from me. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3 10s.
Okay.
That's a 6, not a 9. Damn it. Oh, okay. So that's all I got on those was the 3 10s. My dex is above 4, and this uses my dex, so those explode.
Okay.
So it's 3. On the next set of die rolls, I got a 4, 9, and another 10. So that's 5. That last 10 continues to explode. 8. So 6 total, right?
Okay.
That's how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
Is everybody else hearing that when I make noises?
Just had it on mute so I could fart.
Not hearing anything.
Okay, I'm trying to turn off my notifications because when I hit mute, it's making a sound, and I didn't want to make sure
Is
nobody
that
else
the
was
is
hearing
that the click?
Yeah.
Click. Oh, yeah. I heard that,
Discord
yeah.
is set up so when you click mute, it only makes that sound on your end.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was the case. Okay.
Oh, I've been. Well, it's like this. I've been muting and unmuting myself this entire if I'm not talking, I'm on mute. If I'm rolling dice, I'm on mute. So
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. So I hit, right?
Yes, she's
Okay.
fighting with Copycat right now.
And so when it comes to damage, 5 roll over because I only need the 1 to hit.
Right.
Cool. This is a stupidly large pool. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I'm rolling 23 dice.
Okay.
Wait, what?
This is my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my base is 18 dice, and then it's what rolls over. -1.
Each megahertz to hit you in the back.
Yes, I don't like it. And she tried to tell me I wasn't a god. This is not good for her.
That is not good.
And you can pull your punches at any time. So, I mean, as soon as you know they're down or out or whatever, you can stop. Yeah.
Can being the operative word
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, who's pulling punches?
It's the heroic thing. It's in the book, so just
Wait,
want to make
what?
sure.
I guess I need to read that again.
Yeah, with any power, you can pull your punches if you want to.
7s are the success, right?
Yeah, 7 above.
Yes.
Okay, I need a minute.
My character does think that humans are cattle. He will not be pulling punches on humans.
Well, you missed the whole "We stand for us, we don't bow down to the blanks. We're the new gods. Hear us roar" speech that they put on when they showed up.
Yeah. If
No, I
you had
didn't
heard
hear
that
it.
one, you might not be fighting them.
Yeah.
She takes 14. Lethal.
Okay.
Energy based.
As you
that all
are,
matters.
yeah, you make contact about halfway through your effort. She drops, and so it's up to you. It's like she lights up, her hair goes everywhere, and Copycat, who's in front of her, kind of like, ooh, does that weird face, like, oh shit.
Well, it's like a ball of lightning. So I threw this one ball that makes the impact. So it's not like I'm sitting there like pouring it on or anything like that. It's not like a jet. It's just the one ball, and I just smoked her in the back. Like,
Okay.
who's God now?
She catches fire. Her hair burns off, her clothes burn off, her skin starts to crisp and roll off, and she falls in front of her, and Copycat looks horrified at you. What the fuck? All right, so she's dead. She's dead. All right.
That was megahertz, right?
Yep.
Zeus just has lightning crackling up and down his arm as he like scans looking for the next person.
Okay. All right. So it's back up to the top of the round. Yeah. Bear and Moonshadow turn around and see her smoking, charred corpse.
Quick question: where is Seth's character?
He is right next to Dog.
Dog. Okay.
That would be behind, like, between Dog and
Zeus.
if that's a wall. 'Cause I was with Zeus, and then I ran toward Dog.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
very
and you
far.
did a drive-by punch. So
Yeah, so I would be closer to... Who's that?
Dante?
Dave? Dante. I'd be closer to Dante, I would assume.
Okay.
Okay. I just figured out that I can draw on the map picture on my tablet. So
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice, yeah.
trying to keep it legible.
All right. So, man, let's do another picture and get everyone up to speed, I guess, with who's where and what and why.
The speed I have, I've been trying to find it. I don't think I can. I think maybe it's not something in the book, but with all the speed I have, I feel like I could. Did you guys ever watch The Boys?
Yeah.
All right, in one of the first episodes where the dude's running at hyperspeed and runs right through that guy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And obliterates her. I feel like I could do that.
If you did that to a human, yeah. But if you notice, whenever he hit someone who was like supercharged, it was a big hit to them, but they were able to tank it, and that's kind of what's going on.
Well, the other thing is you don't have any No, you don't have any invulnerability to run through objects.
Okay.
So
if I did that, it would also hurt me.
Horrible damage from that. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically it was a power slam or whatever that was we were talking about, where it just full force at a high speed, an aerial slam or whatever it is, you would kill somebody like that.
Okay.
All right. So this should be the updated one. Let's see if I can send it to myself so I can show people. It just feels like this whole thing is going super slow.
It doesn't help that we haven't done this in forever, and it's just and new doing it online. It's working. We're getting there.
Also, it's like, isn't that always the truth about it? You know, it's like 3 years of travel can be summed up in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
30 seconds of combat takes an hour.
Yeah. Especially when it's big stuff like this. All right. Let's see if it posted. It did. All right.
Like that you made my tea an actual big tea.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's bold and italic.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone at home, this is what's happened.
You didn't get that, did you, God?
Copycat now has no one on her. Zeus doesn't have anyone on her. Dog and T and Dante are all kind of bunched up together.
I mean, Zeus is pretty, but he's very clearly masculine.
This is true.
Glenn Patel is trying to be encased, and Firefly shooting firebolts at him. So it just leaves Moonshadow and Ditto kind of sparring off to themselves while this is all going on. All right.
Get that? Anybody else getting that?
Yeah,
I got that.
For me?
It's done now, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird static crackle thing.
Huh. Okay. Didn't hear it on my end, but I can't hear myself, so. All right. So, we were losing all my stuff. The bad guys and the helpers. All right. DG. And he's encased. Was he encased or is he in like a lightning storm?
So originally I had a lightning storm, but I dropped it because the rest of our people showed up.
Okay.
So he is just in a cage, and he also has been commanded to sit. I don't know how in the fight Dog really is anymore.
Yeah.
Just punched in the face. more like a slap, really.
Still, it's a matter of just like he's been slowly wearing down, which is great, but also it's just a matter of like he's physically prisoned, and it sounds like he's also mentally imprisoned, and you gave him a love tap too. So
Yeah.
just piling on the dog.
So would you call that a dog pile?
That's terrible.
Are we kicking a dog when he's down?
Hmm.
Just staring into the cold abyss that is the camera.
He'll assert their dominance and hump his leg.
No.
That sounds weird.
No, that was a very assertive no.
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 All right. Again, while they're caught in this mental back and forth between Dog and Dante, he doesn't see, but a car behind him lifts up and over and starts to come down on him, and he doesn't see it at all. He did not roll to miss. So the car kind of knocks him down and lands on top of him.
Dog or Dante?
Dante.
Oh.
All right. These two. This is Brett fighting Bronze Demon. God, they're just barely doing damage to one another. They're pretty evenly matched, though. Again, one's got swords, and the other one's got claws. Oh, actually, they both have claws. No, it's a sword. It's a sword. You have to do claws to do some sort of energy sword thing, so it's fucked up in the system. All right. And with that, Bear totally encases Patel in concrete. And Patel can't get out, can't move nothing. Shadow. All right. Let's see. One of Ditto's clones is going to run up to Bear. Doesn't do anything to him. Copycats. Let's make sure she knows. Copycat runs over to Moon Sable and starts to tries to grab her. And barely does. All right. Is that everybody? That is everybody. So, Seth, it is your turn.
I guess I'm going to do the same thing to Dog. And punch, since it's really the only thing I can do.
Okay.
Since Dog is clinched, does that make him easier to hit?
In a field of lightning?
Okay.
Does it say anything about people interacting with the field of lightning?
Let me check. I was just wondering in terms of just being clinched. But yeah, no, that's a good question.
I didn't realize he was clinched in a field of lightning.
Yeah.
That may have been why you pulled your punch the first time and only gave him a
Could be, yeah.
So let's see here. The novas are
maybe
confined to a target within area. Examples include creating a fiery cage, suspending the victim, sinking the solid rock. The confining element has the might. The trap character may break out of it. Would imprison, inflicts no damage ordinarily, but if the Nova spends, inflicts damage as if it would a clinch. So I did spend the extra, so it would have. So it is damaging, but I think if I don't spend the extra, then no.
So we're going to do
this. Is the difference between being trapped in lightning versus being statically clung to something. I would say.
So maybe I should go after Bronze Dragon.
Yeah, I would say so. Because we're going to set up something like if you miss or you don't get enough successes, then you would take that might +2 damage.
Yeah. So I'll go after Bronze Dragon. Yeah, well, I'll avoid that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go after them with the strike.
Okay.
So that would be 2.
So this is also where if you bought the extra for your dexterity rapid strike, you can do as many extra strikes as you have mega dexterity, I believe.
No, my dexterity is just fast.
Right. You can buy other ones, though, I think.
Oh, well, in the future, then I will. All right. Oops. Those.
And I hate these large battles, but it really helps everybody get a feel for how their powers work and how they operate.
No, it's
7 all around, right? Sorry.
Yeah. It's a 7 unless you use your mega dice to lower your difficulty.
Right.
No, I was saying, I like the big fights because it gives us a chance not just to figure out how our offensive powers work, but also to figure out how defense works. And the only real problem is that we haven't played consistently, so it's
choppy.
relearning the rules every time slows it down a lot.
Yeah.
Well, also it's like if you think about it, there's the it's like, oh yeah, that's right, lethal blast. Yeah, and it wasn't really doing that much against bear, and then I hit something that's not bear, that doesn't have bear's armor behind it. It's like, oh fuck.
Right. Yeah,
I got used to hitting a brick wall.
Yeah.
And you're just a chick.
Yeah, she had no nothing.
Yeah, no, wasn't expecting that.
Again, she's
5 damage to Bronze Dragon.
All right, 5 lethal. Let me make sure.
Lethal?
Oh, it's
strike.
Sorry.
Bashing, right?
Let me check his invulnerability real quick.
He was invulnerable to all of it.
He's invulnerable to physical attacks. Because he did the broad category. So energy attacks, he's wide open for.
So I just wasted a turn. Oh, son of a gun.
And it is...
Well, invulnerability doesn't actually mean invulnerable. It just means extra armor.
Yeah.
Each dot adds 6 soak when resisting damage of that kind.
Oh yeah. No, you're pretty much invulnerable.
Yeah. He took it all and was like, "What you doing?
Yeah, it's a
Why are you touching me, buddy?"
Yeah, he's got invulnerability bottom modification and claws.
I might have done better going after dog.
Does he even notice you? Yeah, he turns over his shoulder and looks straight at you. Do you have goggles on?
Yes.
Looks straight at you, and then goes back to blocking attacks from Brett. All right. So we have Firefly up.
Big T just gets the "you're next" stare.
Yeah.
Well, I managed to do some damage last time. We're gonna just throw another quantum bolt at Bear. Because I don't think I can break through his concrete without burning what's inside.
Yeah.
So we'll try to take him down.
I'm gonna have to just run down to Moon Sable and just run the gambit and punch everybody at least once. Oh, you taking a picture of me? Hi.
Who are you talking to?
Well, he had
Look
his
of
camera.
disapproval.
He had his camera up, and I thought he was taking a picture of everybody. So I was waving.
I could literally just click print screen and grab you all.
Yeah.
No, I'm setting the map so that way I'm ready for my turn. You know, like a good player.
I'm just working my dad jokes. That's all.
Okay, that's another 6 successes to hit him.
Okay. He's not dodging again, so.
Okay. So
It's the 18
6
soak.
automatic damage are soaked, so that leaves 12 soak. So that knocks off my 12 dice and just leaves me with. Does it take 1 off your? Takes 1 to hit him, right?
Correct.
So if I hit him with 6, I have 5 dice left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That wasn't great. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 1.
Oh. Still, 1 is 1.
It is 1.
Okay. All right, Zeus, you are up next.
Okay. So
Killer.
what I'm going to do is seeing that I just want to get her name right. Hold on. Oh, but it's one. Which one is GP? Glam Patel?
Glenn Patel.
Glenn Patel. Okay.
Yep.
Seeing that she's been encased in concrete.
Yep.
Zeus is going to do kind of like an arched flight up over Bear.
Okay.
And kind of like, and while he's in flight, he's going to throw another lightning bolt at Bear.
Okay.
And just kind of land behind the pillar.
Okay.
That is Glenn Patel.
Okay.
Kind of just setting up next turn. So let me get some dice out so I can throw my ball.
I also healed the rest of my damage automatically on my turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got my automatics. So I've got the last of my damage that I will heal, and Dog needs to take his die of damage.
Okay.
And then on the next turn, I actually have to spend the upkeep.
Right.
He takes another point.
Okay.
Not nearly as good as last time, but 4.
Okay.
So that's 21 dice. Hold on a second.
Minus 18.
So that is 3 dice.
Yep.
He takes two lethal.
Okay.
So if she was still watching me, this is when Copycat sees the exact same ball with almost the exact same force hit Bronze, and it just kind of like, it's a deep impact like on his left shoulder, but like he's still up, still shakes it off, still willing to go. So hopefully it sinks. Bear, sorry. So hopefully it sinks into where it's like, oh, that's right. He was used to fighting that guy. He wasn't trying to murder. He was trying to take her down.
Was he?
I wasn't trying to murder her, but I wasn't going to stop it from happening either.
All American says in The Boys. I wasn't trying to kill him.
All right. So it's back to the top. And Glenn Patel can't get out. All right. All right. Ditto's copy that's on Bear is killed with a shard of earth that just comes out and pierces through her. And the copy vanishes. Or melts away, I think. I'm not sure. And Bear moves toward Dog. Right outside of the barrier. All right. Copycat pulls some more power from Moonsable, and Ditto misses her attack. Brad does a couple more damage to Bronze Demon. And the same thing happens to Brett as he's standing there fighting a truck that's sitting, like a mail truck that's sitting next to him, suddenly swoops him and knocks him into the car that Dante was next to and pins him.
Know who the person is that's controlling these cars?
You would have to, this would be for you. Since you came in a little late, you don't know who's doing what.
Yeah, what kind of check? If it has anything to do with intelligence, I'm going to be real screwed.
I would think so.
I rolled 1 dice and I got a 5.
No, you don't know where it's coming from. Could be any of these
Okay.
jokers.
Okay.
Meta knowledge, it's Dog doing this. Because he's stuck in this cage, taking damage.
All right.
All right. And with that, Bronze Demon turns to you and slices out with these wicked claws. He basically looks like a demon. I picture him as the demon from DC. He's a hero, but I can't think of his name. Etrigan, yeah. So that's what this guy looks like. Bronze Demon, claws. He is going to swipe out at you. I think his claws are something crazy too. Being the straight up claws out of the choosing. All bashing is lethal. Extra damage per dot. Okay. Any dodge on your part, Seth?
I didn't save any from last turn. I don't know if I have any. This is a new round.
This is a new round, so can you default to dodge? I think we're all supposed to basically say what we're doing, and I keep forgetting to do that.
So yes.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing as Werewolf, where everyone goes around, says what they want to do,
Yeah.
and then
Is it also?
and then there's like pool differentials where I know like part of the reason we never really did that much is because for myself, I don't give a fuck about dodge.
Yeah.
Get through my armor, I dare you.
Yeah, I have to dodge because I'll get fucked up if I don't. But I can't find it on the page. Dodge.
It's defense maneuver. It's athletics or martial arts maneuver using basically dodging out of the way.
Okay, so just athletics. Okay.
Melee or ball. If you have at least one level of mega dexterity, you can dodge ranged attacks. That's pretty much it.
Sorry. So I have.
You may announce a defensive action any time before your character or opponent makes an attack roll, as long as your character has an action left to perform. You may declare a defensive action on your character's turn in the initiative or can abort defensive maneuver. You must make a successful willpower roll or spend a willpower point to abort to the dodge.
Well, I'm going to use 4 of my dice to dodge.
Okay. Do you want to spend a willpower point to dodge?
But yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
All right. I had 2 successes.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're down to 5 successes. So 4 roll over. What's the 4 roll over?
How many did he have?
4 rolled over, and his damage is his strength plus 2, and then he gets extra die because of his claws, and it's all lethal. 2. Do you have any sort of soak?
I have 6 soak
6
on
lethal.
lethal. Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll help. One, 2, 3 levels of lethal damage. It's not too bad. He just claws down the front of your chest with a weird smile.
That included my 2 levels of my 2 successes for dodge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that took off of his attack roll.
Okay. Cool.
Took 2 dice off. So that's why if it was 7, the 2 took off, 5 hit, 4 rolled over, and then his other damage got rolled onto it. So.
All right.
All right. We are at Seth. It's your turn.
All right. Well, since I can do nothing to the bronze dragon, I'm going to run away from him.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to punch Moonshadow.
Okay. Are you running past her, or are you going to stand next to her?
Just going to run up next to her and punch her. I mean, I think I've got the speed to get up to her and punch her. So, yeah. All right. Okay. 3 to hit. And 4 damage. Boy, I'm just not very strong.
What did you roll to hit her?
What's that?
What did you roll to hit her?
3 to hit.
Okay.
And those roll over, right? So the 3 roll over, and then I get the additional 2.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah. Is that correct?
Yep.
Or am I wrong about that?
1 gets absorbed as a hit. So if you rolled 3 successes, 2 would have rolled over.
Oh, just 2. Okay. So then knock that down by 1, please.
Hold on.
You also have to wait and see if she's got soak, because that'll come off of your dice
She's got invulnerability.
before you roll them.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I had 3 to hit.
Okay, and she's got energy. All right, but she's got... Yeah, roll 1 die, basically. Her soak's too much.
Okay.
Yeah. She's got mega strength, mega dexterity,
Ooh,
and mega
I
stamina.
rolled a 10.
So one hit. That's
one hit. And comes the bottle of wine.
-2. The bottle of wine.
What? Shh. Don't tell anybody.
No. All right.
I have every intention of, after my next turn, getting up, grabbing another margarita, and coming back.
All right.
I thought you said you were out of tequila.
Yeah, it's all in the same pitcher.
It's all in the margarita already. He didn't say it was
I
out of
see.
margarita.
I see.
All right, Mary, it's your turn.
Okay. So Bear just kind of moved closer to Dog, right?
Correct.
But he's still
within range. Yeah.
Range is less concerned than out of sight. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. Okay. And is Dog still taking damage in that cage?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Just chip,
Then I'm gonna-
chip.
Yeah.
He's
Well, then I'm
taking
gonna
about
keep
as
doing the
much
same thing
damage
to
as
Bear.
I can do my entire turn.
Yeah.
So in the future, as she's counting up, if I get invulnerability, then I can do some hyperspeed damage.
We are going to have to work that out because I think
Okay.
what you'll be doing is an aerial slam for this, and we have to figure out what that does.
Okay.
So I'm real consistent, and I rolled another 5 to hit him.
Okay. He's not dodging; he's concentrating on something else.
That's kind of what I figured.
Did he go? Yeah, he killed it. He killed Ditto. That's what he did on Ditto's.
Yeah, the one that was
Yep.
there.
I was like, I don't think Ditto's dead.
No, but both of her
One of
copies
No,
are.
Ditto's
just
thing,
one of her is.
D1 is dead.
Right.
And we said he's got.
D2 is also dead. It's just
Oh,
her
D2's
now.
dead too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got 18 soak, right?
Correct.
18 lethal.
Him and Bear
Okay.
both. Yep.
Okay. So 18 drops down to 6, so it's literally just whatever I have left on the dice, so that's fine. Oh, that's much better. That time I got 3 successes.
Oh, there you go. All right. And Zeus.
Killa?
Okay, so I'm not sure how this would work exactly, but essentially what I want to do is I want to use my action to either assist Glam breaking out of the concrete or to break her out of the concrete. So how do I
think you're just going to make an attack on the structure that's holding her with like a quantum bolt or something like that. Or punching.
Yeah, I'm going to punch it because I'm trying to not...
It's concrete,
I'm
though.
I'm thinking more... I've got mega strength. So I'm kind of thinking more
Start digging
like
them
taking my hands,
Yeah.
maybe casing them in lightning so that way, they're a little shielded
Yeah.
and start like tearing through it.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling if I just shoot
Again,
the structure,
it's the
there's
same.
the chance of...
It's the same thing with firing into a group. There's nothing written on it, so it's a superhero sort of thing. You're attacking the structure. We're not gonna
Okay,
mess
cool.
with it.
Yeah, I'm the lightning around the hand is all flavored, but yeah, ultimately it's like I'm breaking her out of the stone.
Sure.
Okay, so what are we thinking? Do you think this would be a brawl or a might roll?
I think it's a might roll, but you're not rolling. So it's your might. It's your dice pool just gets rolled over to damage. I think.
Okay, cool.
I think attacking inanimate objects is a weird thing like that. I could be wrong.
Like it's an auto hit.
Yeah.
So
Auto damage. Auto
everything that would have been extra just rolls over.
hit. I believe
Okay,
so.
cool. So so damage would then be 2 plus my strength
Yeah.
because that's how you break a clinch, right?
Yeah.
Plus whatever rolls over.
It's in there somewhere about attacking objects or setting or something like that. But it's pretty crazy.
Oh, I was reading the other reason why we keep forgetting about the declaring actions thing is because technically we're supposed to be rolling initiative every round.
Yeah.
That's part of you roll initiative, you declare action, and then you go. But
Yeah.
8.
It might be in the player's guide. We'll have to look that up too. So you're not rolling, you're just telling me what your damage pool would be.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, like, because if it's so 7 would roll over from the attack because my grand total for the attack would be 8.
Correct.
Um,
You just add your dice, your damage dice pool to that.
okay, we'll just call it like the punch.
Yeah, it's your
Okay.
you're working at it, so it's not just one punch. It's lots of tearing and attacking and things like that.
Right. Okay, so that's then 5. Okay. I need to roll 12 dice.
You're not rolling it; it's automatic. It all just hits.
Oh, okay. Then 12 damage.
Okay. And with that, it takes a full round, and it does crack him out of his imprisonment.
Yeah, so I spend my round. I'm just like busting out of it.
Yeah.
I imagined like once he can move his arms, he starts, pushing away more and assisting.
Yeah.
And together we dig him out.
Yep. And it looks weird because he's made out of concrete too, so it's a very strange scene. All right, back top of the turn.
Oh, I could have built it.
Top of the turn. We have Bear. And the ground underneath Dog starts erupting up, and basically he's doing the same thing you just did to Glenn Patel. He's doing to Dog, but with columns of earth, basically coming up and disrupting the imprisonment, the lightning shield or the lightning cage or whatever it is. And it was might times 2. What's your might times 2 for that?
It was the set for that was 12.
Okay. All right. Which is too much for him to get out, but with the powers, it basically chokes off the lightning, and the lightning collapses. All right.
Dog is out of
Yeah.
the lightning.
Dog is out of lightning, but he's still in mental prison.
No, because Dante got crushed with the car, so the domination stopped immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
You see Dante wiggling. Well, you don't, but it would be Big T if he was to turn around. Saw Dante trying to wiggle out, but his legs are pinned or something, and then Brett got smashed up against him. So, all right. With that, you hear Bear calls for a little cover from Moonshadow, or Moonsable. Says, "We need some cover." And with that, she explodes into this cloud or thick ball of blackness, and it covers the entire area, and everything goes super quiet almost. Let me just make sure that the shroud covers. I think it's a crazy amount of distance.
for the record, I am no longer on fire.
Okay.
I let that drop last round because I'm running out of quantum.
Okay.
Also, I can't figure out how much it takes to actually keep a maintenance power up, because it just says by spending additional quantum, but it never tells you how much.
I believe it is. Let me make sure. It should be at the front of the power section, I thought.
Yeah, that's where it describes maintenance, but it doesn't ever say how much quantum you have to spend to keep the power up.
I want to say you just pay it again. I could be wrong. instant power must be paid for each time it is used. Concentration, maintenance. In the case the power once activated remains in effect until the period of time. The Nova can automatically pay an additional number of quantum points to maintain the power. Does not require a
It never gives you a number for that.
I think it's you're just paying for it all over again without having to roll to activate it, I believe.
Okay.
Unless it says otherwise, because some of the powers I think it says like it costs half to maintain it or something like that. That may be something in the errata that got clarified. All right. So this inky blackness that erupts from her has like a physical feel to it, almost like walking into a heavy humidity area at night. It goes cold and it's black, and you have trouble hearing because she's got that sensory deprivation on it. So it engulfs everything. And so the sound coming out of everybody is a muted, muffled sound. And I don't know if much penetrates it. Each success achieved subtracts 1 from the effective perception trait of all beings immersed in the shroud. Characters' perception traits are reduced to 0, cannot perceive into or through the area at all, are considered blind if fighting within it. Yeah, she has the sensory deprivation hearing. So if anyone has
I ran in a tornado pattern, would it dissipate?
You don't know. You could try, but you're running in blackness. And this isn't just a clear intersection.
What level was it?
It's a level 2.
Because it said it. Okay, so because it said it dropped your perception based on.
Oh, based on her roll. I'm sorry, and it's her dexterity and shroud. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. She's got 9 successes with that.
Oh, that's enough to triple blind me.
Yeah. Not only blinding, but hearing as well. Like everything's gone. So when you start to run, you can't even hear your feet hitting the pavement or grinding on the pavement or anything.
So you can't see your feet. You can't hear your feet. You could be flying for all you know.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's a deprivation sort of thing at this point. You're not sure you could take being in it for a while. And this thing goes out 150 meters from her center. Oh no, that's the range. She could throw this thing at a range of 150 meters. 50 meters round.
Squares are how big?
5 feet. A meter, basically. Is that right?
More than enough to take the whole intersection.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's a meter, so every 2 of those is a meter, roughly.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
A meter is a little over 3 feet.
Yeah.
So if they're 5 foot
What did I
squares.
say? What did I say? 5 foot square. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so they're 5
Two
foot.
squares.
Every 2 squares is about 3 meters.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying to start
That
with.
actually maths.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so good at math.
So you start to run and you're not sure you remember where the cars are on the street or where everybody else is. You could just take off in a direction, but again, you don't have the invulnerability thing. So if you ran into something, you could hurt yourself, break a bone.
So I'll use my mega strength. I'm going to quantum leap straight up.
How high can you jump?
Quite high? I don't know. Didn't look that up.
You do have to
I
figure
have
it out.
one. I have one dot. Quantum. Oh, it has quantum legion, not quantum leap. Awesome. Thank you. That doesn't help. Mega strength. 156. Quantum leap. A character with this enhancement.
I don't have leaping.
Can leap more than the usual 2 meters per success.
Okay.
Instead, each success allows the Nova to leap up to 2 kilometers.
Okay.
Or half a kilometer vertically.
Okay.
So as long as I roll a success, I can jump out of this.
Yep.
Okay. Still 7, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to hope that I jump and land on a building.
So you're using your athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Athletics plus my
Dex.
plus my dex plus my mega attribute
Correct.
of 1 for the jump. Okay. All right. I definitely have enough successes to jump up and out.
Okay. I guess. Roll your awareness
Okay.
as you're jumping.
Oh crap!
It's a blind jump.
My character's such an idiot.
It's a blind jump out of this. So.
All right, so out of 3 rolls, I got 2 successes.
Hey,
I can't believe
there
it.
you go. All right, as you jump out, you are trajected at one of the sides of the building. So as you're in the air, you see it coming. You're kind of doing this wheeling thing. You're able to get your feet on it because you. What was your roll for your jumping?
Oh, I had 8 successes for the jump.
So you kind of hit and do a roll and just start running down the side and then take it the rest of the way down. You're out of the blackness pretty quick, and you're in the middle of the street, and you see the blob of darkness, and it looks like jelly almost. Like when you popped out, it like did this bloop, 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 back into place.
Oh, yeah, like a. All right.
Yeah, like it's a bead of water almost, and you jumped out of it. But you're in the middle of the street, and you are to the right of the intersection.
So I'm on top of the building
No,
to the right of the intersection.
You hit the building, ran up a little bit, and then continued your arc down safely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would be behind.
You're way off to the side.
Where Bronze Dragon would be. I'm off that way. If we're looking at the drawing, I just want to make sure.
If you're looking at the drawing, you jumped over Copy and down the street.
Okay, that way. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. A couple seconds go by, and not a couple seconds, about 15 seconds go by, which feels like an eternity inside of this blob, and the blob collapses in on itself, and none of the Terrigen members are present. It's just the group standing, and it looks like Ditto got stabbed when everything went dark, and so did Copycat. It's almost like Moonsable could see in the darkness.
And
Yeah.
ran.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they take Megahert's body?
They've taken her body. No. What's
Okay.
left of her is still on the ground.
It's like they tried to
Slowly
pick her up,
smoking.
but the skin
Zeus-
just kind of fell off of the bones.
Zeus is going to.
It's all crispy. I mean, it burned
I'm
her
aware.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, Zeus is going to walk over to her and to her remains and put his cape over her, covering her kind of like a death shroud.
Okay.
And then is going to. And then once that's done, he's going to go over and check on Copycat.
Okay. Ditto and
Because Copycat
Copycat.
was like right next to her, wasn't he?
Yeah, so is Ditto, and they're both on the ground with a stab wound in each of their guts.
So I'm gonna see him walk up to Copycat. I'll
From down the
zip up
street.
to Ditto,
Okay.
Yeah.
Comes flying
and I'll
back up.
zip up to Ditto. Yeah.
Yeah, I would head over to Ditto and
Everyone kind of, well, not everyone. We still have 2 people trapped under a car. Or
I
under
guess
2
since you
cars.
mentioned that I was the only one that noticed Dante, I guess I should run to Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would see Ditto before I would see Dante.
Yeah.
Can I roll a medicine check to try to
Yes.
first aid? Or,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Same deal. That was going to be my question.
Yeah, it's a medicine roll.
Even though I have my mega strength is quantum leap, can I use that to lift the car off of Dante?
Yes. It
All right.
falls under. Okay, what's your mega strength you have? How many do you have on it?
I have 1 dot on mega strength.
You can deadlift 1,000 kilograms and gain 5 automatic successes to strength and might rolls. Were you should have been doing that with your hand-to-hand attacks.
Oh, I should have with the mega strength.
That's you gain 5
Oh.
auto successes to strength and might rolls, close combat damage dice pools.
Well,
So-
okay.
so-
That's why I was only rolling
Right.
1 or 2.
You know, probably when you made the character, you knew that, and you were like, "Oh, this is enough. This is
Right.
fine." And then now that
Yeah.
we're playing, we're like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I also have the mega strength, so I could have been applying that to busting.
Yeah.
Well, just in the last turn when I was trying to bust that
Yeah.
glam
Definitely.
out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I got it,
Yeah.
but
it's
I
so-
definitely wasn't looking at that.
So write down on your sheet, on the back side where it has the attacks, you should be having like punch just in general. And then when we do something with speed later on, it could be speed punch or aerial slam or whatever it is.
Right.
for my medicine check, I got a 2
I
total,
also
2
got
successes.
2.
Okay. So it doesn't matter who.
So, yeah, so I'm doing it's one of those like apply pressure to
Right.
the wound. I'm trying to keep her awake. Like, look at me, stay with me.
And I'm
How many
doing the
fingers
same
am I
thing to
holding
the
up?
other one. So.
Yeah. And they both took
Right.
equal damage. It looks like she had 2 swords and got both of them at the same time, dropped them both, and then she took off. It's not terrible, but neither one of them have any sort of regeneration or shielding or anything like that.
And with my auto successes, I got 8 successes to lift the car off of him.
Okay, I believe that's enough. It's not on him totally. It's like the front windshield crushed down and got one of his legs. The hood of the car got a little bit of his leg. So he's damaged. He's hurt. He can't move very well, but he can stand up. And when you lifted it off and moved to the side, you also freed Brett, who was kind of sandwiched between the mail truck, and he drops down to a knee, and he's clutching his side.
I shout over at Glam's like, Glam, trade with T, run and get an ambulance or something.
I'll zip off and do that.
Okay. Who is?
Or whatever is the next best thing, the hospital for us.
Right.
They haven't built the facility here yet, so there is no
we're still mortal, so there's
Yeah.
the ER will
Hospital
the ER
still
will
works.
work.
Yeah.
As long as you're not bleeding fire.
Right. Who's on Copycat? Who's
I
helping her?
think I am.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on Ditto's.
Yeah,
This is on
Susie.
Copycat.
She asks if you have regeneration.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Kirk, we lost you
Oh.
for a
Oh,
second.
you're fine now. You're fine now.
Yeah,
you're
you're
fine
back.
now.
Because everyone froze, was like, fuck, it's me. Wait, no, they're moving and
Wait, no.
talking.
So you were saying Copycat.
Who's on Copycat?
I'm Zeus is on Copycat.
She looks at you and says, "Do you have regeneration?"
It's like, yeah.
And she reaches out and touches your hand, and you feel a little bit of a drain, and you see her wound close up, and she breathes
Zeus
heavily.
has the knee-jerk reaction of pulling back, but does kind of like, okay, this is the right thing, let her go.
Yeah.
Like realize like, oh, she means me no harm. Okay, right.
And she's just taking that. It's quantum leech, I believe, or quantum something or other. And I think she could shut it off right away too. Where is it?
I'm at full, so if I have to lose my regeneration for
It's
a
the
minute,
imprint. By touching you, duplicate some or all of the powers. The Nova Touch does not lose any of their powers or suffer any injury.
oh, that's awesome.
So she
So
just takes a
it-
second.
it's
You feel like a weird tingling all through you, and then it's gone. That was it.
cool.
And she stands up, shakes herself off. She says, "Thank you. That's awesome. I need to learn that." And Ditto is still laying on the ground. She's like, "We got to get her somewhere to get some help." It looks like she just stabbed us with her sword, so we could probably take her to any hospital.
All right. I'm going to
I'm gonna come back and
take whatever.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, whatever bandage Firefly had been using. I'm going to apply pressure to that and fly her and just start flying towards
Okay.
a hospital.
Sounds good. Patel
I
grabs
should
Dante.
have lifted her and just ran her and had her there already.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, you would have shaken her to. You might have caused more
that's
damage
prob-
than anything.
That's
Yeah.
probably true.
you
Probably
would to do that. I think you would need some sort of what is it, Mary? You have to keep yourself from burning up your clothes and stuff like that.
Oh, it's a
Background.
it's a background. It's an attunement.
So to be able to carry people that at supersonic speeds, you'd have to have some sort of attunement background bot.
I do have
So,
attunement, just one dot though.
Yeah, that's not
You need
enough.
a little bit more. That's like a set of clothing.
Right.
Yeah, the one is enough for two is enough for a backpack, I think, because that's what I have.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you'd need probably closer to 3
Right.
to be able to
Yeah.
carry a person.
Okay.
Cool.
And you can increase that through experience points, so it's not
Yeah.
terrible. All right, so you guys clean up. The emergency crews start showing up at this time, and do you guys want to stick around, or do you guys want to go back to your place, or give a statement, or?
I'm at the hospital
Correct.
with Ditto.
Correct.
And me, I was already there.
So yeah,
It's just me.
It's you and the crew.
Well, it's not just me. It's
Right.
me and the rest of these guys.
Dante and Brett both think they'll be okay. They don't have any serious wounds. So
Okay.
they ask if they could crash somewhere for a day or so while they heal up.
GP?
Oh yeah, they don't have. Yeah,
GP
no.
okay?
Glenn's fine.
We can put you up.
He was just immobilized basically.
I had a question. Did they do a bunch of damage to the base of the building?
They
right
started
before
to.
we got into this fight.
Right. They started to, but you guys showed up pretty much right off the bat.
Okay, I couldn't
So
remember.
there's a part of the structure that's crushed out, but it's not enough to cause any structural damage. So
Okay.
I think you guys went lickety split there and got there.
Yeah, because I don't remember the sequence of events, but we got there really fast.
Yeah.
No, I'll make sure. I'll try to make sure that everybody's okay, and I'll wait around. I will send these guys back to our building. Like we can either put them up in rooms there, or sure, we have couches.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you want, the hotel will send up folding beds and things like that. So, or
yeah,
even
that's kind of what I figured.
or even put them up in their own room if you really.
That's
I was going to
yeah.
assume that that off of the penthouse, because we have like the whole top floor to ourselves.
Yeah.
That there would be like 1 or 2 guest rooms minimum.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, that's
we
kinda
gotta
what I
sit down
figured.
sometime and actually map this
Yeah.
shit out.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
nice.
Room was locked, and I can't remember whose room was locked and didn't want anybody on their computer, kind of thing.
That was Zeus.
Zeus is, you don't know what Zeus's apartment's like at all. It's
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, Firefly knows.
Yeah.
And Chrome Samurai, because he just calls me in there, and Voss knows.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 people that know.
Yeah.
Literally no one else knows what's going on inside there.
Yeah. But otherwise, I'll stick around. If camera crews show up, I'll make a brief
Okay.
what happened.
Yeah, this would be your biz and wits,
I have those things.
or if you
Well,
want.
I'm good at those things. Well, I'm good at biz.
Or if you want to do style and appearance, it's up to you. Those
I'm
are the two
amazing
things.
at that.
Let's do that. I'm better at that.
Okay.
Because that's an extra 1, and that's a mega appearance.
Yeah.
My guy is so fast. He can't do anything else.
That's all right. He can be faster too. That's the other thing.
He's
You can really
terrible at
knock it out of the
everything.
park.
He's terrible at everything.
Well, he's not so bad at punching now that you know what you were missing. And
That's true.
That's the
That's
thing with
true.
these characters. You really have to write down everything, because there's variations. There's different things that are applicable. So you really got to
Yeah.
do this homework.
Yeah.
I'll look at
Well,
it
I got
again.
6 to comfort the press.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
That's amazing. With style, it's all like you hand on hip, like pointing at things, and like they tried to bring down the building, but we stopped them, and yeah. If you wanted, you could do the interview on fire. It's up to you.
I totally will.
Yeah.
I have, as long as we're not in a fight anymore and I don't
Right.
have to save the quantum, I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, so it's a pretty amazing interview you give. They stand back a little bit with some shotgun mics and get all the information. And yeah, after that they're done. They start wrapping up. They thank you, for helping out. And the owners of the casino are out as well, and they give partial interview. And they're just like, it's part of the business. If you're going to have novas, you're going to draw novas, good and bad. And after the interview, he says he can give you guys $100,000 to split up between you for this, and they'll try to give you some more money down the road if they can.
So
Yes.
wait, we got 2 million to show up to the casino for a meet and greet.
Right.
We only get 100. We get 100K to split amongst us.
Yeah.
It's
for a big
planned
fight.
versus, oh my God,
Right.
thank you. Here's what's in my wallet.
Man.
Right. I don't complain. I thank them graciously, and
We took out a loan
Fair.
for the show up money, and this is
Fair
what we
enough,
can
fair enough.
afford. So, but they said they'll try and give you guys an open tab for the time being, and other stuff like that. Free food, free drinks, free VIP
I have my
room.
attention at free food.
So
Zeus is not there.
yeah. So that's kind of the end of that scene. Everyone kind of goes back inside. They said they'll be opening up tonight. If you guys wanted to come by, they'd throw you a celebratory party or whatever you wanted. But they say, it's up to you. If you're tired and you want to go sleep, that's totally fine too.
I'll make sure everybody knows that what's on the table, and
Okay.
and we'll see.
Sounds good.
I'll probably show up either way.
That's fine. And with that, you go back to the place, and everyone's inside, hanging out, relaxing. The food's been brought up, drinks have been brought up, and
Zeus and I are still at the hospital.
yes, yeah, they're taking some time and sewing her back up. There were some other people hurt during the initial attack, I think before you guys arrived, so hospital's not loaded down, but there's quite a few people in the emergency room. So
Yeah, Zeus he'd stay there until she was in recovery. And then once she got there, it'd be like, so do you have any family that you need contacted? You know, at this point in time, just treating her like a victim.
yeah. She says she'll call him when she's feeling better. She's going to get some rest in the meantime. And they said they'll release her in the morning. So
At that, I will zip off back to the apartment.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, after that, Zeus then takes flight. He would make his first stop would be to go back to the site.
Okay.
To A, pick up his cape, and B, see if, check on, again, the deceased.
Okay. Most of the scene has been cleared. Your cape and the megahertz are gone. The body's gone. And the police are basically cordoning off parts of the hotel corner that were damaged, and there's crews there basically picking up and cleaning up, sweeping up glass, that sort of thing.
Okay. When he sees the cape's not there and it's all in the cleanup and the body's not there, then Zeus would fly back to the apartment.
Okay. Okay.
And then quietly wondering why all these people are here.
Yeah, you land on the patio outside, and there's people all laying around on couches and stuff. They look exhausted. People are eating, drinking, and just talking kind of quietly.
I'm among those people, specifically the ones eating.
Okay. Okay. Some people are in the hot tub. Some people are sitting in the pool, but everyone's just chilled out.
Okay. Zeus just kind of nods and just Firefly has probably picked up on several of Zeus's facial expressions, but this is definitely the uncomfortable. Why are you people here? Like, you see a little bit of Connor in his eyes right now. And so Zeus is going to go into his apartment, close, lock the door. 20 minutes later, he comes out. He's showered. He's in fresh clothes. He has his own margarita.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's really low-key on this night. No one's really talking real loud. Everyone's, if they're drinking, they're drinking very slowly and calmly. So two of the guys are talking to themselves about what they need to do, what they need to brush up on. And this is Dante and Johnny. Johnny wasn't even on the
down there. Johnny wasn't down there.
Johnny was not down there.
I don't remember Johnny.
Nope. Johnny wasn't there, but he talks about what he would have done if he was there, and he's kind of taking care of everybody, so he's running drinks and things like that. He's one of the guys from the day before.
Right, gotcha.
Connor doesn't slip out.
Yeah. He doesn't have any flight or anything like that, so he arrived on the scene as you guys were rolling up and leaving, and he helped out.
Missed it all.
Yeah, basically. So, all right. 9:30. Is there anything else you guys want to do for this night? The rest of the night?
I mean, Zeus, once he went in, refreshed, and came back, he'd be a lot more social.
Okay.
He'd be asking, like, he's like, so, it's like, many of you said you hadn't been in any, real big fights like this before. You've been in one now. Do you have any questions? What's going through your head? Might be good just to let it, like, he starts like, I don't want to say he starts like counseling people, but it's like, okay, do you need a soundboard? Let's soundboard.
Let's see.
Over in the corner, pulling my speedster need to eat 50 million calories in a day thing. Like, yeah, gotcha.
I'm with you. Because your speedster and my fire require a lot of energy.
Yeah, they're not being too chatty about anything. A lot of them look like they're in a weird state of shock. And I don't know, like I said, Dante's talking to Johnny about what he should have done.
And when Zeus hears that, he just kind of chimes in. He's like, hindsight is always 20/20. You can always think about what you could have and should have done better, but unless you train yourself to behave in that way, when the chips are down, you're going to default to what you know and what is that reflex for you.
Roll your command.
Fuck yes. I've got dice for this. I could also do. I could do etiquette too. It's the same pool for me.
You're kind of commanding the troops, reassuring them, that sort of thing.
Protocol and
3.
etiquette.
3. That's pretty good. Most of them seem like they sort of relax a little bit more. Still, a couple of them seem like they're going over it too much in their heads and thinking about it and worried about that sort of thing.
Yeah, and to the ones that are still caught up in their heads, he just looks at him. It's like, if you don't want to bring it up, it's best if you let it out. And even if you're about to say something ugly, just get it out of you, because part of this is learning who you really are as both a person and a hero. Sometimes you have to separate those two. When it's time to be a hero, it's time to be a hero. Right now, you want to be human, and I understand that. That might actually have a little bit of the Zeus Connor echo when they're both in sync on a thought.
Yeah. Elizabeth, copycat, doesn't look at you, and she just says, "You fucking killed her." And the look in your eye was terrifying. And that's her empathy. Yeah, that's not an invitation. I don't know.
On pins and needles, waiting to see what he says.
It'd be rapport, basically. And after hearing her say it, she sits there for a second. She's like, it's like you wanted revenge and you got it. She rolls 4 successes on her rapport, basically.
Okay.
And some of the others are kind of like, look at her, and then they look at you, and they look back at her. It's not like she's a leader. She's just kind of that. She's one of the moderates. She's one of the, do we be, total goof-offs, or do we be totally take ourselves too seriously? So
yeah. And she's not, since she's not looking at Zeus, Zeus is going to look at her, but then like address the room.
Yeah.
Like, well, I can make all the excuses I want about that. I was infuriated that she hurt me very badly from behind as a sucker punch. Prior to that, I had been going toe to toe with that bear gentleman who all the power I would throw at him seemed to not bounce off, but he was able to take it. So I could make the excuse of, oh, well, when I turned to face her, I had already just become accustomed to throwing that bolt. And like I said, it's all just excuses. You are right. I killed her. And that is a cross that I'm going to have to bear every day. And sometimes superhero work is ugly, it's messy, and sometimes you have to take someone else's life to keep the populace safe.
Go ahead and roll your rapport. Wits and rapport. If you want to spend a willpower point, you can spend a willpower point. It's up to you.
No.
Got it. He's got it.
I do. On my 3 dice, I got 2.
Nice. You see her shoulders kind of go down, like she's been tense, sitting with with her shoulders tensed up. And some of the others like kind of look down to their drinks. Yeah, Glenn says.
And then Did you go? Sorry, my next follow up. But did you? So yes, you saw me strike her down. But did you see my response when things were over and things had calmed? I covered her body because she didn't deserve to have that ugliness displayed against her will all over medias. So yes, I killed my quarry, but then I respected it. And that's a key thing that's going to keeps a hero away from a villain.
Glenn says, just think of how many people they would have killed if they had brought that casino down. It's like an 18-story casino. It's huge. He said if we hadn't gotten there and stopped them, who knows? And what if she had been super shielded and everything? It's a hard thing to judge right off the bat. So
you're absolutely right. And that's why not just in the moment, but in the moments after, what we do continues to define us.
Yeah. And Glenn says, if they're willing to kill people, then they forfeit all their rights to a nice, long, happy life, as far as I'm concerned.
Careful with that line that you walk. But I understand.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Was that Glenn? Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that Glenn?
Yeah. Yep. He finishes off his beer, and Johnny runs and gets him another beer and brings it over. Basically brings another round for everybody.
Oh, Johnny.
Zeus has his pitcher that he's drinking out of. It's very much like the pitcher of margaritas in one hand. He pours into the margarita glass, downs that, pours another one.
Is the pitcher in a shape of a horn?
No, but it is like a really nice like bulb glass picture.
Okay. All right. The rest of the night kind of goes on from here. It's not discussed again, but things lighten up a lot more after this. Again, the food and the drink keeps coming until you guys stop. Otherwise, it turns into morning. Some people drift off, kind of find a place to lay down and doze off. Most people are pretty exhausted. They spent a lot of quantum during the fight, so.
I spent just over a third of my total quantum.
Yeah.
I say that's where I am. I spent a lot of quantum.
I spent 0.
Oh no, I spent a ton. But the thing is, I have almost max quantum pool.
Yeah.
So just the deep down digs that I can do is just so much.
Yeah. All your powers cost. So anytime you ran, unless that has a duration, it costs to activate that every single time. And I think was it twice the level? For
I thought I only really ran once.
No, I think it's per
It's
per
maintenance.
level. So it's like
2 for level 2, 3
if
for
it's
I-
level 2, it's 2 points of quantum. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so but I thought I only ran like to get there essentially,
Randy got there.
and then
Get
after
there.
that it was just
You ran to run up next to the one guy, and then you ran up to the next guy, and you ran up. So
were
every time
those
you're doing-
runs?
yeah.
I thought I could make that span in a sprint.
Yeah,
So without
but
without using.
yeah. So we need to define that every time you do use hyper movement to get
Okay.
there in a blink of an eye. So, or you just
Okay.
spend it and not worry about it.
Okay, well I'm happy to take those.
It would be
off.
like watching the Flash
yeah.
jog in a fight. You'd be like, what is he doing?
All right.
So again, for each time for you to
Yeah.
run, it costs 2 points.
Okay, I took those.
Yeah.
Then.
So it would have been a total of
Right.
6 out of what, 25,
Yeah.
30 you have? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. The mega attributes do not cost. That's the one good thing about them, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so, and that's kind of the other thing is like he could still run incredibly fast with his mega dexterity, but it's not, the
Yeah.
hyper movement. It's kind of like when Flash has his run and then he has when he taps into the speed force.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we need to look up the jumping and everything like that. Quantum jump. Make sure that's all part of that, or is it cost to do that?
Quantum
sort of stuff?
Jump is
Mega strength.
mega
was
strength.
It was a quantum leap from mega strength.
yeah.
So that did not cost a quantum. Yeah.
Or like my flight does cost.
Right.
Which is why I had to drop the immolate because it also costs.
Right. Okay. Well, it's all something to jot down so we know when we're playing in the future what's going on.
Yeah.
And if you're moving at your hyper movement speed, what those rates are, and if you're moving at your mega dex speeds, what's those movements are, because I think they're drastically different. So,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to do for the rest of the night? Otherwise, the morning comes. About 10 o'clock, you guys get a call that Ditto is ready to come home, and she doesn't feel like flying. So, if someone could come pick her up or whatever, that'd be great. And if no one else jumps, then what's this
I'll
flight?
pick her up, but I don't own a car. so
Copycat.
I mean, I can go
walk home.
get my car keys.
Copycat says she'll go fly and get her.
Okay, that was the thing. I was like, I can reach for car keys, but that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Zeus will be spending his night once everyone's kind of quiet down and gone to sleep, or just vegging. He would go into his apartment where he would lock it. Then he would go inside the office where he would lock that, and he'd power down to Connor and he'd start researching the Terrigen members that we fought against.
Okay.
So, and just trying to get because he had mentioned starting to build that database of people he'd
Yeah.
encountered with their powers and weaknesses.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So morning comes, and anything you guys want to do, she sends to go, goes to get her and brings her back. And so everyone's kind of having breakfast at this point. Anything you guys want to start off doing? Your internet search took the rest of the night trying to find out about them. Not a lot came out of it, other than the sort of party invite, flash mob sort of thing, and then it got taken down. But it was marked Terrigen, and it had the name of the hotel, the casino on it, the Black Spire, the Black Tower, whatever it was called. But it didn't have you guys individually listed, so it doesn't look like it was a hit to get you guys. It was more property damage.
Just a publicity statement.
Publicity, yep. Also, with the computer roll, there were other things in other cities where there was some minor damage from groups of the Terrigen that went out just to stir up shit. property damage,
Okay.
basically. So,
Congratulations, Terrigen. You are on my radar.
yeah. Ramirez calls and he's asked how you guys are doing. Is everyone okay?
I explained the situation.
Okay.
That, we're fine. A couple other people took damage. We managed to kill one of them. I don't dwell on that.
Yeah.
But we did stop them before any serious property damage or person damage took place.
Okay.
But they did get away.
Okay. He says they're on their radar now. They didn't know who these people were for the most part. He said there's still the only files we have are the ones we're making on them. They've been scrubbed from the internet, as have the other groups across the world that caused trouble last night. It seems like they've got some internet proxies that are going through and scrubbing out people's backgrounds and everything before they're doing these sort of terrorist events.
In that case, I give a rundown on all the information I have, appearances, powers, what I observed in the fighting. I get Zeus and everybody else to weigh in.
Yeah, he sends you guys a document paperwork that asks you how to rate certain powers, if you've noticed anything, that sort of stuff. It's a questionnaire. He says
I love that they have bureaucratized this, and it makes me happy.
He asks how the others are doing.
How would you rate your arching on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being satisfied, 1 being unsatisfied.
Yeah. It's pretty specific at points. It asks if they were throwing bolts of energy or bolts of matter, that sort of thing. So, he asks how the other kids are doing, the newbies.
They're
Fine.
doing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if he calls and they're there, so when he calls, are we alone or are they still there?
Roll 1 die. High 10. You're absolutely alone.
3.
3. No, they're all there.
No, not at all. They're still there.
You guys are standing in front of the TV. And
So
they're
it's
all
like,
behind
so
you.
how are the newbies? I turn on, guys, how are you?
Hey, some people waving, holding drinks up. We survived.
Yay.
He says, keep in contact with each other over the next couple of days. We don't know if they're going to do some retaliation or if they're going to try and hit your building. We don't know, but keep vigilant. He says, I would suggest some sort of watch or patrols maybe around your block just to be safe. And some of the others...
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we could do that. I can do a flyby and things like that. So, it says, do you need any resources? Was anything depleted or damaged that you need to be refunded or?
That's good.
Okay. It's basically an insurance call. They go through everything.
Right.
He's writing a report.
I'm missing 1 cape.
We'll get that out to you. And he has a pull up on his screen of all your capes, and he's like, they're all numbered. He's like, which one was it?
It's I was gonna say it's got a Pantone hexadigit.
The green variant of 82.
And then I just
He
shake my
touched
head. You have more than 1 cape?
He panned through at least 25 before he got the one. He's like, this one, and it lights up and then it goes away.
Man. Holy crap!
He says we'll have that out to you right away. Other than that, report if you hear anything or see anything or if any threats are made. Let us know. And with that, they're still working on the facility. I will be totally moved in about a week. And so I'll be on site for things. Do you guys need anything else?
Give my love to your family.
I think we're fine.
Okay. And that blinks out and the Utopia symbol comes up. And I guess we'll call it there for the night. After debrief.
Swapped out for 15 minutes. Sorry, guys.
All right, so everyone take 5 experience points. And if there's anything you're really wanting to spend it on, we can do it now or you can do it later. It's up to you.
I was just gonna say I actually just did the math on, and I had exactly 24 experience points before those 5, so I'm going to up my quantum to 4.
Nice.
You guys must have gotten a lot of experience last round.
Oh, they're getting about 4 or 5 per
We've
session.
played a couple of sessions, and by a couple I mean probably 4 more than you have.
Yeah.
So
True,
at least.
True.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
like
look at
I
it
only
again.
have this makes 15 that I have unspent. So, I mean, to give you an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had only spent 15 total, like.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I hadn't spent a lot of them. I was kind of saving them up for this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But...
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
I think that's what we'll call it. Thanks for doing this whole thing, getting it up and running and getting it rolled out. So I guess we'll try and do this next week and see how things go. And then we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining in.
See you guys.
Bye.
Sleep tight.
All
All
right.
right.